Let's get straight to it. You can literally hack your brain to crave studying, the same way it craves endless social media scrolling. Yes, you heard that right. The reason you can scroll for 3 hours but can't study for 15 minutes? It comes down to one word: dopamine. Dopamine is the feel-good chemical your brain loves. And right now, your brain is like a dopamine addict, constantly chasing the next hit. Every swipe on your phone gives it a burst. A funny meme, a dramatic headline, a dancing cat. Boom, dopamine. No effort, just novelty and stimulation, over and over. Meanwhile, studying? It's slow. It takes effort. The dopamine comes much later, and that's the problem. But here's the solution, and it works. Let me explain. See, your brain is feasting on hyper-stimulating fast reward content. Every TikTok, every reel, it's perfectly engineered to hijack your attention. Swipe, laugh, swipe, shock, swipe. Wow, your brain is on a dopamine buffet, and studying feels like eating plain rice after cake. But that doesn't mean you're broken. It means your dopamine baseline is off. Here's the fix. It starts with a reset. Think of your brain like a balance scale. Right now, the easy pleasure side is heavy. We need to bring it back to level. And we do that with a mini dopamine detox. No, you don't need to disappear into the mountains. You just need 15 minutes a day. No phone, no music, no stimulation. Just boredom. It sounds ridiculous, but it works. Because when you remove the flood of stimulation, your brain becomes sensitive again. And that's when real focus returns. After just a few days of this daily reset, something incredible starts to happen. Your brain stops begging for endless stimulation and starts appreciating the simple stuff again. Suddenly, reading a page feels interesting. Solving a problem feels satisfying. Finishing a paragraph gives you a small hit of, yep, dopamine. Your brain starts saying, hey, this study thing isn't so bad. That's the shift. But detox is just half the battle. Now comes the fun part. You have to make studying hit harder on your pleasure scale. We're going to turn learning into a game. We'll make your brain associate focus with reward. And once that connection is built, you'll want to study, even crave it. Let's make your textbooks your new dopamine source. All right, it's time to level up your study experience. Step 1. Break your study material into tiny, conquerable chunks. Don't stare at a whole textbook and panic. Look at one section, one paragraph, one problem. When you complete a small piece, celebrate it. Seriously, put a check mark, draw a star, say yes. Your brain loves completion. That tiny finish line gives you a dopamine hit. Now combine that with the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of focus. 5-minute break. Simple, right? Why does it work? Because your brain is wired to respond to countdowns and short bursts of effort. It's like turning study time into a game with levels and rewards. The goal isn't to suffer for hours, it's to win a little bit at a time. Let's take it even further. If you want to make your brain fall in love with studying, you need to engage it completely. Here's how. Explain the concept out loud, like you're teaching it to someone else. Teaching triggers understanding, and understanding equals dopamine. Write your notes by hand. Don't just type them, and use different color pens. Why? Because writing activates your motor memory, and color activates your visual memory. Make weird connections. Studying economics? Link it to your favorite brand raising prices. Learning biology? Think of how your own body works. When learning feels personal, it feels powerful. Suddenly, you're not just studying for a grade, you're feeding your brain's curiosity, and your brain loves that. Now here's a trick that works like magic. Reward yourself, immediately. Your brain loves rewards, it's built for them. So use that to your advantage. Just finished a 25-minute Pomodoro, play your favorite song, do a little happy dance, take a stretch break, or sip a drink you love. The point isn't the reward, it's the association. Every time you finish a study session and feel good afterward, your brain says, hey, that was worth it. Do that enough times and guess what? your brain starts craving the process, not just the reward. That's how you go from forcing yourself to study to actually looking forward to it. Here's something powerful. Don't rely on motivation. Build identity. Motivation is like a spark. It's exciting, but it burns out. What really lasts is how you see yourself. So instead of saying, "I need to study," start saying, "I'm the kind of person who loves learning." Because every time you sit down to study, you're not just checking off a task, you're proving to yourself, "This is who I am now." And identity is powerful. When you identify as a focused, curious, disciplined person, your actions follow. That's how consistency is born. Not from pressure, but from pride. Let's talk about something that most people ignore, but it might just be the reason you can't stay consistent: your environment. You can have the best intentions, the smartest study plan, even bursts of motivation. But if your surroundings are full of distractions, you're fighting an uphill battle every single time. Your brain doesn't rely on motivation, it relies on cues, and those cues come from your environment. So here's what you need to do. Start shaping your space for focus. Designate a specific spot for studying. It doesn't have to be fancy, just one place that tells your brain, "When I sit here, it's time to focus." Even if it's just one corner of your room, make it sacred. Clear the clutter. Keep only what supports your focus. Now layer it with rituals. Simple actions like turning off your phone, playing a study playlist, or lighting a candle. These rituals trigger your brain into study mode automatically. Think of it like walking into a movie theater. The lights, the silence, the screen. Your brain knows exactly what to do. Your study setup should work the same way. And here's the key. Make distractions harder to access. Put your phone in another room. Block apps. Tell friends you're unavailable. Your willpower doesn't need to be stronger. Your temptations just need to be weaker. Last tip. Give your focused self an identity. Put on study gear. Step into your study version of you. It sounds silly, but it works. Because when your space, your routine, and your mindset all align, studying stops feeling forced and starts feeling natural. So let's put it all together. You've learned that studying isn't just about discipline. It's about dopamine, identity, and environment. You've seen that you don't need to be naturally motivated. You just need to understand how your brain works and then use it to your advantage. Reset your dopamine. Make studying rewarding. Create a focus ritual. Shape your environment. And act like the version of you that already loves to learn. Do this consistently and soon. You won't have to force yourself to study. You'll actually want to, because you'll start to feel it. The results, the clarity, the confidence, the hunger to keep growing. That's not a dream. That's habit reprogramming. That's what happens when you turn studying into a lifestyle. And the best part? This version of you already exists. You're not creating it from scratch. You're just unlocking it, one focused session at a time. So the next time you sit down to study, don't ask, "Do I feel like it?" Ask, "Who am I becoming?" Because every page you read, every distraction you resist, every small win you celebrate, it all adds up. You're not forcing success, you're becoming the kind of person who attracts it. And if this video lit something inside you, if you're ready to go further, deeper, better, then subscribe to this channel right now, because every week I'll bring you strategies like this to help you learn faster, focus deeper, and become the best version of yourself. You're not behind, you're just getting started. Let's build your future together.